Hi guys, it's T with Teaquilts, and I'm not actually sure what date it is, but it's August, we'll say 16th, 2020. It's actually a Monday. I probably got the dates all screwed up, but I'll insert it. But I just wanted to come on and start my video for the month of my completed projects. I have not done any quilting up to this point from maybe 45 days or so ago, and I have been working on selling the wooden products. Just took a lot of time, and then shipping those, and so hopefully you have seen some of those videos. I have one video up what the wooden projects are in my first order I received, and I will upload another video telling you some of the other products that he also sells. But I wanted to come on today because I finished Regina's quilt and I want to get it back to her in the mail. So let's go check it out. Regina's beautiful log cabin sampler is what I call it. It's very pretty. I love her coloring. She says she's had it in the top completed for years, but I just really love it, and she used this fabulous border print on it. Really also awesome. It's a little bit crooked hanging on my deck, but I wanted to come in and show you that we used a kind of pinto that has a flower, like a petal flower in it, kind of mimics some of the flowers that's in her border print here, but very nice. We use pink thread. She has like a maroon and pink back, and I will go and show you the back side in just a minute. So we just got a gust of wind, so this may fly off the deck, but I took that opportunity to go ahead and turn it over so you can see the quilting from the back. Just wanted to show you all what it looks like. Very happy with it. I love using color in some sampler quilts instead of using more of a neutral tone, so I'm glad when I can find customers that are okay with me using color. And I also try to match the thread somewhat to the back of the quilt as well, because I tend to use the same color top and back. Thank you, Regina, for giving me the opportunity to quilt your quilt. Hopefully you'll love it when you receive it. Hi, it's T with Teaquilts, and I'm back with part 2. I have quilted another customer quilt, a baby quilt, and I think this is the Yellow Brick Road pattern, and she wanted originally straight lines across, but I found if the stitching isn't exact on straight lines when you want them a ½ inch apart, that it started to look bad, because the straight line, when I put my channel locks on, it was going through some of the block connections, like where the blocks would connect here. I would have part of my straight line up here and then part of it down there. So I don't know what that was about. I always channel lock a straight line when I put a quilt on, so when they're that small, if you're doing a ½ inch, ½ inch lines, I think they were ½ inch lines apart that she requested, and when they're that close together, it starts to look cattywampus. So when you're stitching 1/2 inch lines, they're very close together and you start to see a lot of cattywampus. And the wind is blowing also, so forgive that as well. But I just wanted to show you this quilt. I love the texture, that the wavy lines, these are just free-formed wavy lines. And on the back, she just has this yellow with the white and gray polka dot in it. I'll turn it around so you can see that. So on the back here, you can see the wavy lines here. And I just think the texture on this is very beautiful. she also had to add extra for me to put on the long arm so it wouldn't bump the edges. That's real important with electronic when you're using computerized, because if it hits that rail, it's going to knock off your X and Y axis. So when I stitched her back, I started down here and made sure that I came down past this added on piece so she wouldn't have any seams. She didn't need to have seams, so I made sure that she was able to utilize the full piece of the back that she had on, and then those pieces will just cut off and she can have them as scrap pieces. So that's it for this segment. Hopefully I'll be back with more. Hi, it's T with Teaquilts, and today is Saturday, August 29th, 2020, and I think that I'm going to just go ahead and wrap up the monthly video, even though I have a few extra days and I may do some other work, but I just want to get this video closed out. I'm going to end this video with a quilt that I quilted for a customer. Her name is Betsy. She's also in my scrap quilting club, and I wanted to show you this quilt, and I was hoping that it would inspire me to work on mine, but so far it has not. Even though her quilt is beautiful, I have not done any of the row by row experience quilt, so I wanted to share this one with you. Now, if I remember correctly, Betsy said that this was the 2020 row by row experience, and you could do it online, and then she was able to get different states, and I can see where she's got those little blocks. I'll show you later there, and up there where she's got the actual tags from the state that she did rows from. So I thought that was pretty cool. So on this one, I decided to use the Sparks Panto, and the reason why I did that, because her quilt is mostly traditional, and it has all of these points from the half square triangles and flying geese, and I wanted to keep that in the quilt, but I also wanted to add some sort of movement to the quilt as well. So this is what I actually came up with. This is one of her block pieces where she's got from the different states here, and then there's one more down here in the quilt as well. So I love it. I used a light blue thread. I tried to use a thread that wouldn't take over the background, but still in keeping with the quilt. I couldn't use this color blue. It would have been just too dramatic and drastic in the piecing. So I went with the light blue. It's called Light Sistine. But love this design, and love your quilt. And while we're just looking at this beautiful quilt, I'll just go ahead and close out and say that I did finish my 100 pineapple blocks for my quilt number 2. I also have the 48 blocks that I showed you last month for pineapple quilt number 3 sewed. And let's see, I'm starting on another project as a chain piecing project, and we'll see what happens with that in the next month or so. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share my channel with your other quilting friends, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye, Teaquilters. Stay blessed.